Today, early in the morning, Fabrizio Romano went on his YouTube channel and obviously made a very huge statement about Mason Greenwood, that his announcement is just a matter of days or hours to be released by Manchester United, and he also hinted on Erik ten Hag involved in the technical decision if at all there will be need for it to be taken. We are going to discuss more about Greenwood and the decision that is imminent, and we are waiting to see what is going to be really put up to the cards. Welcome to this channel. Let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name. Now, we're also discussing Fred. United have gone ahead to obviously find what we call an agreement, and they are in discussions with Galatasaray, and an offer that amounts to 15 million euros is expected to be put in by Galatasaray. And lastly, we are going to also talk about Rasmus Hojlund, when is his announcement, and what his ex-manager has gone ahead to talk about him and what you should expect about the player. So subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and I think by the end of this week I really anticipate that we'd have gone ahead to hit 15,000 subscribers, because you're left with like 100 something subscribers to hit that mark. So continue to subscribe and let's see ourselves hitting that mark. Now, Mason Greenwood, stories were broken on Monday that he's going to know his fate by the board of Man United that they got from his investigations very soon, and it's going to be made before the start of the Premier League season. And now today, Fabrizio Romano is going to have to throw more light onto that, as we are expecting it to happen in like 2 weeks. Fabrizio has told us that an announcement on Mason Greenwood's future is now a matter of days, or even the next hours. It all depends on Manchester United. Ten Hag will be involved in the technical decision, whether United want to keep, loan, or sell him. That is Fabrizio Romano. Now, it's ours, meaning that we can get it in today, meaning we can also get it in the next days. So looks like by the end of this week or at the beginning of next week, that's when we might see an infinitive decision coming in for Manchester United as far as Mason Greenwood is really concerned. A player that was really great, and most of us saw him as a generational talent, though he failed to reach that because he had some misunderstandings between him and the wife that have seen him not play football close to 18 months now. Remember, he last played for Manchester United, I think, in the last week of January of 2022, and now we're in 2023. 18 months now ever since he kicked a ball, and United are set to make the decision of Mason Greenwood in this guy. So to me, I believe he's a player that we need at Man United, and my decision has always been we need him back, because if at all the girlfriend was still going through her time with Mason Greenwood, then that would have been something that people would have gone ahead to benchmark on, to come out and obviously judge him. But he was proved innocent by the court, and they've just gotten to have a baby with a girlfriend, meaning that all is well, and everyone that is trying to act negative to the situation of Greenwood is like hurting the wife and the child, because these two settled their issues and they are back together. But the big story that I want to attack onto this tweet of Fabrizio Romano as far as Mason Greenwood is concerned, it's all about Ten Hag will be involved in the technical decision, whether United want to keep or loan or sell him. Now, the technical decision, Erik ten Hag is going to be part of it. So, one of the things I rule out is selling Mason Greenwood, because they won't get value for his talent. That is it. Because if a decision to sell him is to be made, he's not supposed to be sold this year, because his contract runs out in 2025 with a further option of 1 year. That is Mason Greenwood for you, meaning that if at all they are to get the best out of him, it's better they loan him and then later sell him to get out the amount of money they want from the player. Not so? Now, to me, I think there are two options. One, retaining him at the club of Manchester United, obviously, or loan him and later sell him. Those are the two options. The other option of terminating his contract, I see it as invalid. Do you know why? It would have been the easiest to do. And it would have been the easiest to do for the player. And they wouldn't have kept him on contract for so long if at all they had a plan to terminate his contract, as he needed to get time to get a team where to play. But them taking all this time shows you that they want to keep the player. They want to retain the player. That's why they're taking all this time, because terminating the contract is simple. It's all about going in and telling him you're terminating your contract. Compensation is £30 million. There you go. We part ways. Look for your next destination. That is it. But them keeping him around here, even during the preseason, they never said anything, because all what they are working upon to is to get him back at Manchester United. I think that's what the plan is. And I'm so much leaning towards United retaining Mason Greenwood, because even if it was loaning him, the loan would have been better to be served at the beginning of the preseason, such that Mason Greenwood has a preseason with the team, because he spent close to 18 months without playing competitive football. He plays some games and obviously find himself hit into a club. So my mind is set telling me that. I don't know what they're going to decide, but the technical decision is going to be taken by Erik ten Hag. If at all they say he's really going to stay, then they will see Erik ten Hag make a decision. Do you want to integrate him into your team immediately, or you want him to obviously be loaned somewhere and prepare him for maybe January or the coming season? So all that and more is going to be gotten very, very soon from the sources that we are talking to right about now. So after that, we are going to discuss a little bit about Rasmus Hojlund. Sky Sports have gone ahead to put out a tweet concerning Rasmus Hojlund, and they said the official announcement of Hojlund's transfer is expected by the end of the week, potentially over the weekend. Now, this is something I don't really buy into, according to me, because I don't see a lot of hurdles on announcing the deal of Rasmus Hojlund, because if you're Erik ten Hag, you will always want him to obviously be announced like today or tomorrow on Thursday, train with the team, and obviously plays a game of football either on Sunday or Saturday. So on Saturday we are playing at Old Trafford against Reims, and on Sunday we'll be in Dublin, so to it that we play against Atletico Bilbao. So I see lots of things happening, but I don't see this deal not getting announced beyond Thursday. I look at Thursday as the day that might mark the announcement of this deal. If we don't see the announcement tonight, we might see it today, because you know it when they announced that deal of Andrew Onana. It was, I think, in the night, and they broke the story. And for Rasmus Hojlund, everything is set. He did the media work. I think today he had to go to Old Trafford and shoot all those ads and videos. Then he's going to be unveiled. I think they are working on that work so that everything really gets done and dusted. So I anticipate that it's really going to be imminent, because Ten Hag needs this player to be part of the preseason that ends over the weekend. Now, the former manager of Rasmus Hojlund at Sturm Graz has gone ahead and really given us a clue of what kind of player we've got in. The manager is called Christian Isla at Sturm Graz. He said Hojlund has always been a self-confident boy. He even seems cocky. He seems cocky if you don't know him. He has flair, speed, and an above-average footballing intelligence. Now, these are all attributes I've gone ahead to see on this young man. If you talk about flair, he has the flair. And this is where I differ with very many people. I've gone ahead to compare him with Haaland. Haaland doesn't have the flair, but he's a good finisher. That is it. But for Rasmus Hojlund, he's a player who has gone ahead to obviously have the flair. He's fast, you know, he's good in the air, and his footballing intelligence is above the average. Rare to find. He's a rare breed of a talent. Raw as he is, but he's coming into hands of one of the managers we've known on improving players. So, I've always reiterated that if at all he has gone ahead to improve Marcus Rashford to score 30 goals, yet he's not a natural number 9. What of Rasmus Hojlund, who is a born natural number 9? I think it's going to be a different story altogether for the lad. And Erik ten Hag is really having a raw diamond to obviously dust it off and turn it into a clean diamond that can obviously shine and take the world to the next level. A decision made by him is really huge because he had Taremi, 30-year-old, proven Champions League, and could come in and obviously make an instant impact. But he said, I'm not going in for that. I'm going in for a raw talent that I'm going to obviously polish and turn it into the diamond that everyone is going to be admiring in the next years. And this is what Ten Hag has been doing at Ajax. But at Ajax, he never had time and money. Sorry, he never had money to get in players like Rasmus Hojlund, because for Ajax, they'd go in for players for like 10, 5, 3 million euros. And the most expensive player they've ever gone ahead to buy, I think, was Sebastian Haller. And I think they got him for like 18 million euros. Imagine, 18 million euros. Yet, Ten Hag has bought on one player below 18 million euros, that is Tyrell Malacia. But Lisandro Martinez, 46 million pounds. Casemiro, 70. Anthony, 85. Who else? Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Anthony, Malacia. Then this summer, Mason Mount, 60 million pounds. Onana, 51 million pounds. Rasmus Hojlund, 72 million pounds. And he's going for Sofian Amrabat for like 30 million pounds. So it shows you that if he points on a player that people have gone ahead to obviously slate, that he's not proven, how dare they pay that amount of money for him, just know there is something special out of him, because he knows if we don't get, if we hadn't gotten Rasmus Hojlund this summer, next summer it would have costed us more to attain that player. And I think after 2-3 years, that's when you'll be knowing how much we saved by getting him now. But his announcement is imminent, and we're waiting to see how it's really going to be made. For Fred Rodriguez, United have understood that it's not really okay for them to call for 20 million pounds from the player, and they took a pay cut of like 7. Out of that, they're wanting like 13. Even Galatasaray, the side that has gone ahead to agree personal terms with Fred, has something that has gone ahead to really develop. And what's that? Galatasaray are expected to make an improved offer to Manchester United for Fred in the coming days. So that is Simon Jones coming in from the Mail Sport. And we look at Fred, I think he had his best season at Man United ever since he came in through. He had his best season at Man United, and he showed us what he can do. But he doesn't match the levels that Erik ten Hag is calling in for. That's why he never made it to the American tour. And it was all done in the name of obviously wanting him out of the club of Manchester United. And I think it's known to these fans of Man United that the player is not needed anymore. And Galatasaray is coming in through to make an offer. Remember, 2 offers have been rejected by Man United, and let's wait and see whether the latest one they are planning to lodge is going to be accepted by Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Tell me your thoughts about Erik ten Hag set to make Greenwood technical decision. All of that in the comment section below. Rasmus Hojlund announcement imminent. And what do you make about Fred going to Galatasaray? Will Galatasaray make a bid that is in line with the asking price of Manchester United. All that and more into the comment section below. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. The Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barakallahu Fikum.